Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is gratitude and miracles. I chose this topic because life never ceases to amaze me, to show me how much there are miracles in this world. There is just an abundant flow of magic and joy. And although it may not always seem that way, there are things that happen to us in our human world. You know, we get ill, things that we don't like happen, war happens, turmoil happens. Lots of things happen that's out of our control within our human existence. However, in the midst of all of that, in the sort of middle of the tornado, if you like, that point of that tornado, it's completely still. So in the tornado of life, there is a space within us that is completely still, that we can give thanks for, that we can see the magic and the miracle for. So for this week, for today, for this video, I invite you to get curious and to really look within and without at all the miracles that you can see within you as a human and spiritual being, and within the world that you look at with the eyes that you can see and with the ears that you can hear. How many miracles can you count? How many things can you be grateful for? Because when we look in that direction, when we follow the path of gratitude and counting miracles, the power behind life gives us more of that. And because we create our reality, because we get to decide whether we're living in hell or heaven, when we choose heaven and we follow that with our heart and our soul, we get more of that. Now, that isn't to say that sometimes things won't go wrong. So it isn't to say that you won't feel upset or you won't feel angry or you won't feel frustrated. It isn't to say that those things won't happen, because you're human, so they're almost certainly going to happen. You know, there's an almost 100% guarantee that at some point you're going to be upset. At some point there's going to be something you don't like. But while those things are happening, simultaneously, there is an okayness. Simultaneously, there is a miracle at play here. There is something else happening that's bigger than this unwanted circumstance. The way I see it is that when we focus so much on this unwanted circumstance, we focus on the illness that we don't want, we focus on the lack of money we have in our bank, we focus on the war that is going on in all the countries that war is going on. We focus on these things so much. We despise it. We want it gone. We fight for peace. We demand justice. And as humans, we've been doing this for thousands and thousands of years. And it's still happening. So it is evidence, yeah, it's gotten better, but it's still happening. That is the evidence that whatever we've been doing for thousands and thousands of years isn't working. So it's time to turn around and take a new path. Let's rewind a second and look at the statement, fight for peace. It is not possible to gain peace while you are fighting. So I invite you to stop fighting and just start living in peace. Whatever's happening in your life, it is possible to live in peace. And if that seems like a stretch and that's just, it seems impossible for you, look again And keep looking until you see the possibility, even the minute, the smallest amount. Keep looking until you see that opportunity and that possibility of peace for you in your life and your circumstances. Because I can guarantee you it's there, it's within you. And it isn't about taking my word as gospel and truth. And, I'm not saying I know it all, because I absolutely don't. But what I do know is 100% we are made of peace. And so, no matter how much chaos goes on in our lives and the world around us, that peace cannot be taken from us. It cannot be removed from us. It cannot be broken. It cannot be destroyed. And nothing on the outside world can give us more peace. That peace is whole and complete, and it is perfect. And it is perfectly shaped for us, as for you as an individual. Your peace looks different to my peace. And so I really do encourage you to really look for that space in your heart and your soul, for that opportunity and that possibility of peace in your life under the circumstances that you face right now. And if we look at miracles, the sheer fact that I'm here and alive is a miracle. Because in order for me to be born, not just 2 people had to have met, 4 people before that, and 8 people before that, and then 16 people before that, and 32 people before that, and it keeps going. For like great grandparents. In order for all these people, in order for me to have been born, all these people, it's something like 4,000 people would have had to meet. It had to align perfectly that they met and had children, and that the next generation met and had children, and that those children then met and had children, from those separate families. From every one parent, there's 4 grandparents, and then from every 4 grandparents, there's another set of parents and grandparents. So it continues to multiply. So when we look at it at that magnitude, there is a lot for me to have been born, for you to have been born. The fact that we're here, I think it's like more than 1 in a million. It's a very big scale. Like it's a miracle that I am here, and it is a miracle that you are here. And when we contemplate that miracle of just simply being here, every time I do it, it blows my mind. And it makes me feel like the most significant being in the universe, and yet just a drop in the ocean, the most insignificant. And it blows me away, and doesn't cease to blow me away, because imagine that all these people, if just one thing was different, how do you get that alignment? How does that happen? How do all these people meet, these hundreds of people meet in order for me to be born? That has to be something higher than a human form, because a human couldn't make that happen. I don't know how hard, I don't know about you, but in past relationships, how hard you try to make that relationship work, only for it to fail because it just wasn't the right relationship for you. And then now you're in a relationship and this one's much better and much healthier. And it's like, oh, well, I'm really glad that one didn't work. There is something bigger here holding us. And whether you follow a religion or not, it doesn't matter, because this isn't religion. This is an understanding of who you are at your core. And in order to understand who you are at your core, you must first need to understand who created you, what created you. And that is this magic behind life. And so whether we call it the universe or God or science or source or energy, whatever we call it, it really doesn't matter. Because what I'm talking about is the formless energy. You can't see it, you can't touch it. It's a feeling. You can feel it and know it's there. Once you know it, you cannot unknow it. And so it's this formless energy. And so it doesn't matter what you call it, because the minute you put words on this formless energy, you've lost it, you've missed it. You're no longer talking about it, because it's the thing that you cannot talk about, and yet I have hours of videos talking about it. So it is this sort of contradiction. But once you know this power, you can't unknow it, and it blows your mind, the magic that it contains. And the best part of this power is that it isn't something that's outside of you. It isn't something that you need to rely on, that it's going to come and save the day only if you believe in it. No, it's there whether you believe in it or not. It's there whether you know it or not. It's you. It's part of you. It is you. And yet it's bigger than you. It's everything. That there is nothing that is separate from it, and you are not separate from it. And yet it is bigger than you. It is all of those things. And when you know this and when you feel this power, it just intensifies the magic and the miracles that it's already doing. So if you are listening to me now and it's like, okay, these words sound nice, but I don't believe in God. I don't believe in the magic behind life. I don't believe in any of these words you're saying. It's working for you. It's happening already. Even if you don't believe, even if there is some skepticism within you, and there is something within you that you don't believe in this power behind life, that's perfectly fine, because this is a universal law. Like gravity, it's working whether you know it or not. There are millions of 2-year-olds on this planet that know nothing about gravity, but it's working for them. It's keeping them on the ground. That you don't see a bunch of 2-year-olds floating around because they don't believe in gravity or because they don't understand it. So if there is something about what I'm saying about the magic behind life that you're not understanding, or you're not believing in, you don't agree with it, that's fine. In fact, that's a really good place to be, because it's an opportunity for you to get curious and say, okay, well, what is Becca talking about? What are these words for me? How do they fit within my life? And you put your own words on them. You put your own images and your own pictures, and you make them work for you, because that's what this life is about. It's about making it work for you. And when we do that, when we really look within and we make life work for us, it works for everybody, because how can it not? So when I say that sorry, I'm getting really excited. When I say, to make life work for us, it's not this forcing or like manipulating people. It's making life work for you from a heart-led space, from a space that genuinely feels good. That when you sit back at the end of the day, it's like, yes, I'm doing what's right for me in my heart. Other people may not like what I'm doing for whatever reason, but that's okay. I'm not out to hurt them. I'm here doing what's right for me within my heart. And you're not, manipulating or hurting anybody else intentionally. It isn't, you're not being mean to other people. And it feels nice, because when we either intentionally or unintentionally be mean to somebody else, it doesn't feel nice to do those things. So we know from the feeling, so follow that. Hopefully that digression didn't confuse anything. So just to summarize, today's topic is gratitude and miracles, and I would like to invite you to really look for the things that you can be grateful for in your life for this week, and the miracles that you can see within you as a human and spiritual being, and the miracles you can see within the world, because it will do you the world of good doing those things. And if you don't do them, that's fine too, but it is heaps of fun to look for things to be grateful for and to count how many miracles you can see. And just before I go, there is a November competition. If you're aware of my YouTube channel, you'll be aware that since September, I've been doing monthly competitions. So this month is a November special where 10 people can win 10 months of mentoring with me. So if you are interested in knowing more about what it is I share, how I share, and you don't want to part with your money just yet, then this is just for you. This is perfect for you, because it's completely free and it's for 10 months or 10 weeks, however you want to have it, or 20 weeks, you know, whatever works for you. And the way you enter is just comment below this video or email me. I'm in for the November competition, and the first 10 people to sign up will be November's winners. And just spoiler alert, we've already got one winner. So there are officially 9 places left. So if you are umming and ahhing and not sure, I recommend just enter. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. And you'll be in with a chance of some awesome soul mentoring to really nourish your soul for what you desire in your life and your world right now. So good luck for winning the competition. Enter in below. The details will be below this video as well, just to remind you and clarify how to enter and my email address. So I wish you the best of luck in this month's competition. Oh, and before I forget, the winners will be announced on the 30th of November. However, you can still enter on the 30th of November. So if you enter after I've announced the winners and there's still places left, then you can still win just before midnight on the 30th of November. So if you're one of those people who enters things last minute, maybe you hand your homework in last minute or assignments or whatever they, work, uni work or just work, that might be for you. So let's see, there are 9 places left of my November competition. Good luck, everyone, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.